Hey guys, it's Megan Anderson here. It has been 1 year already since I've had my tubal ligation. I know, it's crazy. It's already been a year, so I decided to put up a video commemorating my 1 year anniversary and just to let you guys know how it's been. I've actually written some notes. Here we go. First thing, the scar. You definitely can see my scar still. I've been using these things called silicone scar sheets. You can find them cruelty-free. There's many brands that make them. I used them for about 2 months after my initial surgery, and I'm about to do one more round starting next week just to see if a year later they do some difference. But they did fade my scar really, really well. But there's definitely, you can tell that something went on. But I will say this, I have been booked to work in swimwear a lot since my surgery, and the scar is not even noticeable in a G-string, ladies. So just know that it's not enduring my professional life or my personal life at all. Speaking of personal life, so I've used nothing but condoms every time I've had sex from the time I was 21 to the time I had my tubal at 33. So I went 12 years worth of fucking with condoms on every single time. That being said, I have recently discovered or rediscovered the beauties of oil-based lubes. As you guys know, if you use latex condoms, you can't use oil-based lubricants. So I went 12 years with not using oil-based lubricants, and then being as natural and granola as I am, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to oil-based. Holy fucking shit, the oil-based lube. I'm straight up using organic virgin coconut oil. I take some separate from a new jar I buy, so what stays in the kitchen stays in the kitchen, and then I separate out what I'm going to use for hygienic purposes. Wow, just oil's amazing. That being said, you still have to use water-based lubricants with your silicone toys. So it's weird to have two types of lubricants all of a sudden when I just used to use water-based because I was a condom user. But having the tubal has allowed me to literally get wet and wild. That being said, the worry factor outside of sex of having a guy come in me, having my partner come in me is still really weird a year later. It's still going against every instinct in my brain of don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. So I guess there's still some rewiring I have to go through of, hey, it still feels awkward that, you know, I'm allowing someone to do that. Awkward, I mean in the sense of I still have this pre-connotation that that's going to equal conception, even though in my case it's not because I've had the tubal ligation. I hope that makes sense. So while it's been awesome, I do miss the lack of cleanup with condom sex as a woman, but you know, that's okay. It's all about the oil though, you guys. Really, really great. Yeah, so let's talk about trolls. I have never received more threats in my life, haters. This is still true from day one when I got my tubal. I still have trolls telling me that I'm still gonna change my mind, which is crazy. I have never met a more hateful group of people than parents who regret being parents. Now, note that I didn't say that every parent fell into that camp. Does that make sense what I'm saying? The portion of parents whom are regretful for becoming parents are the most hateful group of people I've ever come across. Stop taking your regret out on everyone else. I still feel this weird thing when I hear other people talking about birth control, where in the back of my mind, if I'm overhearing like at a coffee shop or on set somewhere, people talking about just IUDs and all these things, and a part of me silently in the back of my head just kind of smirks of like, I don't gotta do any of that shit anymore. Fuck yeah, because of a choice I made. And I understand not everyone can have surgery medically. You know, you can have a blood clotting disorder or something. I get it. That your choice of your health is between you and your doc. But I really feel like I struggled through a period of pain. By the way, I can run, jump, and jumping jacks. I can do any physical activity like it never happened. You know, the only time I feel something is like maybe if I pick up something really heavy, like helping to move a piece of furniture or something, but it's not an activity I abstain from. I still, it's only like, it's not even a pain, it's just more, but I can tell something happened there. But that's slowly fading over time, honestly, and it's a generic thing that can happen with any kind of surgery, you know, an appendectomy, that sort of thing. I actually was a part of an anthropology study at the University of Washington, which was awesome. An anthropologist there did a study of women who've had tubal ligations and what our experiences were. I was a part of her study on that after my tubal. So she was like interviewing people who had already went through the experience. It was really great that there's more data out there because there should be more research on everything basically. And I really enjoyed being a part of that study. Yeah, fingers crossed that it will show good things. Also, before I close out this video, I want to say a note about tubal reversals. First off, your body, your choice. You can do whatever you want. Don't ever get surgery if you're going to regret it later, because you hurt people like me who are already fighting a sexist medical system with doctors of, you know, God forbid women can't make our own decisions about our own bodies. We're already fighting that as women. So when other people come in the background and say, I want to pay $25,000 to retie my tubes because I'm feeling social pressure to keep up with the Joneses because I met a new man who's pressuring me to have babies. You're hurting us women who are trying to get sterilized legitimately. So you do have the right to change your mind with your body. It is your body, but you need to know that when you publicly voice that, you are damning a movement whether you like it or not. And the other thing is tubal reconstructive surgery has a less than 15% success rate, which means that even if I did regret having my tubes tied and got them reconnected, I only have a less than 15% chance of getting knocked up. Go adopt. If you want a child so bad that you got sterilized, and then go adopt. There's over 500,000 children in the United States foster care system alone. Why don't we take care of the humans who are already here? Let's stop adding to overpopulation. You want to be a parent? Great. Go adopt someone out there. You know, this whole notion that, you know, kids are used toys and oh, they must be fucked up because they came from a broken home. Fuck you, because half of us came from broken homes. You know what I'm saying? So who the fuck are we to go judge someone else for something they had nothing to do with? That's just my 2 cents. But I should really keep this video about my tubal. Year later, I don't regret my tubal. It's the best medically thing that's ever happened to me. Highly recommend it. It's great for your sex life. It's amazing. If you want to reach out on how to get tubals or just any questions at all, hit me up. If you have insurance and want to get a tubal ligation, it's covered with current Obamacare laws before it gets messed up by our current administration. I would highly recommend, if you've always thought of that, to go start that process now while it's still covered, while it's still our choices with our bodies. So take care, you guys. My name is Megan Anderson. Please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I really would appreciate it. You can also visit my website at megananderson.com, Megan with 2 G's. And take care, you guys. It was really great talking to you all.